please can you tell us about Godot's to-do list in your own words?
Godot's to-do list is a play that I wrote 2 years ago that won the Royal Court Young Playwrights Award. And it's an exploration into Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot, asking the question, what was Godot? What was Godot so busy with while the characters in Waiting for Godot were waiting for him? And yeah, it's a big exploration into existentialism and the way we live our lives and how we choose to categorize the way we live our lives and all of the different tasks that we have to do to keep everything going.
So your play, as you're saying, is inspired by Waiting for Godot. What drew you to that story and how did you make it feel relevant today? Because it is such an old school classic play.
Yeah, I actually came across, I tried to read it when I was like 13 and being like, oh, I'm going to read this play because it's what everyone's reading and talking about, and didn't really understand it. But then I came across it again in my first term at drama school. I'm at Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, studying musical theatre, which is fun.
Nice.
But no, I came across it in a text analysis class. And yeah, and like the moment that I read it, I was immediately like, I was very like busy with a lot of stuff because I've been entering into other competitions at the time and like following them through. So my life was a lot of emails and a big, massive to-do list of just everything I had to do at school, everything I had to do in my own life. And I just literally had them plotted everywhere over my desk. And then I was reading Waiting for Godot, and I was reading a bit of it for the text analysis class. And I was like, I feel like this character Godot really has like there's something to be said about like the modern sort of existentialism that you have of writing out everything that you have to do over the next 3 days into your phone, into your notes app. And like this a similar feeling that these people, the characters were having that Beckett wrote down 60 odd years ago.
You're right. It's really good that you have like, a list, but I think in the play, I remember reading this also at when I studied drama, can just about remember it now because it was so long ago, but I remember thinking, what's going on here? What is happening in this person's life?
That's making them so busy to not show up.
Literally. Yeah. So your play explores technology and impossible tasks. What were you trying to say about modern life through that?
The main thing at the core of the play for me was the idea of predetermination, which is the idea that everything that you're going to do in life and everything that everyone's going to do is sort of already predetermined. And like the idea that if you try and go against that, then it was predetermined that you go against it and it's still scheduled. So it was like a very like existential breakdown. I remember properly like coming around to it when I was around 13 and being like, oh my gosh, is this everything? I think that's what's at the core of it. But I think in a more like grounded lens, it's just about, that the feeling of like productivity of just like having to get things done, which you do have to get stuff done to sort of function. But yeah, I think especially as a young creative who was doing a full-time course and then also sort of having another like full-time job of being a writer and managing all of my writing ventures, I think it was a response to my feeling of lots of things to do and not enough time to do them.
So you're 19 and already staged at the Royal Court Theatre, which is honestly amazing. So amazing. What's that journey been like for you so far?
Crazy. It's been, the first thing I'll say, it's been very supported. Literally every single person that's like had anything to do with it has had my back from the get-go, which has been so nice, because it is like, it's absolutely massive and it's an amazing opportunity and I'm so grateful. And at the same time as it being that, it's very busy. And I was determined to sort of balance being 19 at drama school and having this amazing, massive opportunity of my show being on at the Royal Court. And everyone on both sides of that has been really, really helpful and understanding. And so that's the first thing. But other than that, it's just been, ridiculous. I've been doing half days at my uni to be between rehearsals for the show I'm in at uni, and obviously the rehearsals for Godot, which is coming up, which has been crazy. It's been so good. I feel like I'm getting to exercise all of my creative muscles every day, which is like a dream.
It's amazing. I know you mentioned that you're studying musical theatre. Is musical theatre more your love, or do you prefer writing, or is it just a combination?
Definitely both. I'm writing a musical currently, which was my main project before Godot took off. It's about Greek mythology. It's like what I studied classics at A level, and just like immediately was like, oh, there's another thing to this. So, but my plan for that is, my dream for that is to write it and also perform in it, because I love like having a whole holistic view of the creative process, and I feel like one of the ways that I can do justice to that is like writing it and then also being in it and being able to see my idea through to the end. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, I like started out writing musical theatre, like Godot, and then a show that I did before Godot, which was cock-ups at the Ink Festival. Those were sort of the first ventures into professional, like straight plays that I'd had, but everything else was yeah, musicals and stuff. Like I posted a TikTok or a couple of TikToks of a musical that I wrote like, oh my gosh, 5 years ago, last year. And I got like a job from it on TikTok.
No
So I've
way.
been musicals have been like my main until Godot, and now I'm sort of branching out into yeah, into everything else.
That's actually really cool. This is the thing, with things like TikTok. I love TikTok because so many people see your content and so many opportunities
Mm,
come from TikTok.
so many.
That is
Yeah.
that is so
Then
good.
it adds that extra thing of like if you're an artist or a creative, you're like, oh gosh, I need to get on social media. Otherwise there's no point. And it's another thing to do. But I mean, for the opportunities that it gives, I think it's worth it.
100%. No, that's amazing. What did it mean to you to win the Young Playwrights Award in its first year? Because this is the first year that they've done this.
It was great. It was so good. I remember getting the call, and it was in the middle of a film and TV lesson at my uni, and one of my classmates was mid take, and I went, and he was like, and I was like, oh sorry, I need to leave. And I literally just went outside and like screamed and called my mum. I remember it was so exciting because all of the initial plays were published by Nick Books in a collection, which is like it's still baffling to me that my work is published and that yeah that people want to read it, that people can read it. It's so yeah, it's really exciting. But it was so good going to the festival, getting to be in rehearsals for the initial because they put on all of the shows in a festival in July once all of the winners are announced, and yeah, getting to be in rehearsals for that and then seeing all of the other shows as well, which was so cool to watch because I feel like as a young writer, there's like I don't know how to describe it. It was so nice being around other young writers that all have like the same passion that I have and that were like we were all like collective in that thing of just like oh yeah we just love writing and we were all really happy to have achieved it together.
That is really lovely. I love that you celebrate other people's success as well, because
100% because they were just all really good and everyone was so lovely. It's like yeah, we're all in it together.
what's been the biggest learning curve seeing your work go from page to stage or rehearsal?
I think especially I did a production of Godot's to-do list. The timeline of productions of it that have happened was the first initial production with the Royal Court in the Young Playwrights Award Festival, which was like the like snapshot version. And then I did a production that I acted in at Camden Fringe in August of 2025. The Royal Court one was in July. And then in like February 2026, then there was a staged reading of it in Korea. And now in May, we've got this one. So there's
In
been a
Korea.
couple of different in Korea. Yeah, it was
This
translated
is
and
so
everything.
crazy. It's like literally doing
It was
it's
crazy.
doing its own tour.
It really is. I just waved it goodbye at
Yeah.
the station. Um,
Wow.
but like there have been a couple of iterations of it. And I think especially because I performed in one of them, and the Camden Fringe one that I performed in was like the initial plan for it. Because I got all the admin before I found out I won the Young Playwrights Award. So I think, and especially because I'm so like I can when I write, I can see it in my head, and I had a very clear vision of me performing this. I think there was a bit of me that was like not hesitant, but I was very curious, maybe hesitant, but not quite. That's not really the word I mean. To like go in rehearsals and see like other people doing my work and like having like the other people interpreting my ideas. And I think there was a bit of a worry of me of, oh, I've written this like this, and what if they don't get that, and what if they don't pick up on the nuance of that, and oh, if what if this is the wrong bit, and that all which evaporated immediately because everyone that has touched this play has done it with such care and knows exactly what they're doing and has actually found stuff in it that I didn't even realize I wrote. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's yeah, 100% that is what I meant. So yeah, I think that if there's any learning curve or like a big thing that I've had, which I'm definitely going to take into the future, it's just to yeah trust people with it, and also just know that I can yeah ask questions, and yeah just yeah trust people with it because they know what they're doing.
Not an easy thing though sometimes because that's your baby. That's something that you've put your heart and
Mm,
soul in. Plus, this piece has been performed by you as well. It's so hard to kind of almost trust somebody else with it because you don't know how they're gonna, as you said, interpret it or what's gonna happen. If it's gonna be seen in the way that you've envisioned it to be seen. If Godot had a to-do list in 2026, what's one thing that would definitely be on it? And what's currently on yours? I know you said that you have many to-do lists.
I think one thing that I would like to put on it would be like stop doom scrolling for Godot. I'm not sure how that would work with how everything's abstract, and I don't know if you'd even have a phone to doom scroll on. But I think that's something that's definitely on my to-do list as well. But no, my to-do list right now is a lot of going over rehearsal notes for the show that I'm in at Central, which is like wildly different to Godot. And then just lots of emails, lots of boring emails and things I need to send over to people 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Adulting, eh? Honestly, it
Adulting.
never ends. The
Yeah.
emails like
It never does.
What do you hope audiences take away from watching your play?
The thing that I want audiences to sort of, or a thing that I possibly want, it's very open to interpretation. I'm happy if anyone leaves it having thought anything, to be honest. That's kind of my goal. But I'd love for people to watch it and then think about how they live their lives and how they categorize their lives and all of their to-do lists and all the things that they get done, and sort of just take a few more moments to just be present. I've noticed that in myself after writing it, like after writing out and spending a long time like deciphering like endless productivity, just finding moments to properly like just breathe and just be and realize that even if everything is a massive to-do list, that doesn't mean that you can't take a second to sort of step out of it and just be present. Just I'd like for the audiences to take care of themselves.
Yeah. Before I leave you to enjoy your evening, and to get through those to-do lists, I have some quick fire questions for you. Your favorite theatre space?
I can't say a favorite because I actually have loads, but I'm gonna say the first thing that in my head was the Unicorn Theatre, because that's where my mom used to take me and my siblings way back when I was like 2. Like it was our go-to like children's theatre space. So I'll say that the Unicorn Theatre. I can see it in my head.
Your favorite theatre show?
Favorite musical, which is my second favorite musical because my first favorite musical always changes. Right now, my first favorite musical is Assassins by Stephen Sondheim because I'm doing it. My second favorite musical, Assassins by Stephen Sondheim. It's so good.
I don't know this one.
I would heavily recommend. It's gritty and just I'd recommend it. But my second favorite musical, which is kind of my first because my first one changes, is Falsettos by William Finn. Just heartbreaking and it's amazing. That's my favorite musical. Okay. Favorite play right now is John Proctor is a Villain. And it was on at the Royal Court.
Yeah.
It is. I read it before it came over and like fell in love with it. Like it's
I've heard it's amazing. It's just been transferred to the West End. Dream guest. Someone you would like to see your play. They can be dead or alive. So anybody.
All right. First thing that came to my mind was Lin-Manuel Miranda, but that's just because I'm very inspired by him and his career and all of his work. And then the second thing, which but makes more sense than not, is Samuel Beckett. I would love to know what Samuel Beckett got on his to-do list, and hopefully he likes it because he doesn't. That's a bit techie.
Proudest career moment to date? I had a week
where I was doing in secondary school. Well, I was doing applications for uni and drama schools at the same time. And on the Monday of the week, I'd been rejected from my top drama school. On the Wednesday one of my top drama schools. On the Wednesday, I've been rejected from one of my top unis. But I produced a musical theatre concert for all of the children in my school and the below years, and we'd rehearse a bunch of songs over a couple of months and cast it, and it just became a massive celebration. All the tickets would go to charity. And I remember that Wednesday being this is how my life is panning out. Rejected from the uni. I've been rejected for this. I'm doing musical theatre. I'm just going to do musical theatre. I'm just going to be a creative. So I think that wake up is not always a wake up call, but that clarifying moment of I'm being pushed down this path, but actually I don't know what else I would have done. That I'm gonna say that because that was a ding moment. Yeah.
You had doors closed, but that was because other doors needed to open, so you could go into the path that was exactly for you. Which I love. I love it when people tell me when one door closes, another door opens. I'm like, yes, that's what I like to hear. So I'm so happy for that. And my very last question for you is the person who's had the greatest impact on your career so far.
I think, Tim Minchin. He wrote Matilda the musical, which was the first musical that I was like consciously obsessed with. I think I had a little phase of Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat before that, but like I was like 8 and I memorized the entire thing. I was determined to be in it. My mum didn't let me, but I was determined to be in it. And I was just like memorizing over and over. And I've always had like I think the root of my creativity came from poetry and lyrics, which is like the first thing that I ever wrote. And I think the way that Dimension like just has fun with words and creativity really, really influenced younger me to the point. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'll stick with that. For Matilda the musical specifically, probably my biggest creator. It's a really good show. I really like Matilda. Probably influenced my creativity the most from a very young age.
Interesting. You know, I've never seen Matilda the musical, and
It's
I
so good.
love the film. It's like both of them are like my favorite things to watch, but just never got around to it. But it is something I need to watch. I keep saying to myself, Christina, you need to
Mm.
watch one of these. So thank you so, so much, Leo. That was fun talking to you. And again, honestly, congratulations with everything. I mean, you're
Thank
absolutely
you.
so yeah. And I look forward to in like a year or two seeing your musical. I can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
I'll
gonna happen.
Yes, of course it will. 100%. I know it. I believe it. Thank you so much.